Hi, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Sagittarius, this is your monthly read for May of 2024. Before we dive into your reading, I just want to say that I am venturing out a little bit on a different path right now. I'm being called elsewhere, and I'm really diving into conversations with really fascinating people, and I'm soon to launch my very first video here. So just I'm sorry I don't do a heck of a lot of many videos as you have seen. I don't upload. But I'm going to continue to do these monthly reads as for right now. And I'm going to continue to do personal readings as of right now. I don't know for how long I'm going to continue to do those. If you have been thinking, maybe I should get one, maybe I shouldn't, now's the time to really get one because I can't promise for how long that's going to continue. So if you're interested, please read about it in the description and send me a message, okay? Let's get into your video here, dear Sagittarius, and see what's going on here in your energy. We're starting with an overall energy, and then we're going deeper and deeper into the message to then really get the clear memo of what Spirit wants you to know. And at the very end, we're going to have the fairies come out and give you a message. You get 2 cards. Okay, Sagittarius, competition and creative wonderment. Look at that beauty. Competition and creative wonderment. I love that image. So at first glance, we're gonna get to the bottom of the general message here, but for at least some people, some Sagittariuses, there seems to be a situation where maybe you are, or at least it feels like you are, and obviously if you feel like it, then that's going to be the truth. There's a situation here where you're competing for the same spot as someone else. It's like you go for the same job, you go for the same person, you go for maybe like a market where you feel like, okay, this market is already quite full with competition, like you need to really stand out in order for people to notice you. I just want to say that there's something really unique about you, Sagittarius, that you don't have to feel the competition. Like, there's so many different ways to go about this, and this gets really like about work really quickly, but it doesn't have to be. It's a general read to feel whatever this is about for you in your life. But if we look at it from a like career standpoint, or from a like launching a business standpoint, I understand that certain people think that it's like so important that you know your competition, that you know who else is out there and whatever they're doing. And other people are saying like, do not look into that at all. Like just do your thing, and whatever your thing is, that's going to succeed, and you don't have to really pay attention to anyone else. If you look at it from a spiritual standpoint, it's like a very like, don't look at others at all, because as you look at them, you start to invite them and you start to think, wow, it's such a slim chance for you to really do anything, or like it's such a heavy competition there at the top for you to ever be able to make it, whether that is like into the this is the creative arts. Obviously this is like if we look at the movies, or like getting a role for something, a lot of people would say it's like really tricky, or like they have to go on auditions day in and day out to really finally get that job. As some other actors, you listen to them and you say, no, I just felt like I was right for the part, and I auditioned for it and I got it. And it has never ever been like an issue, or it has never been like a tricky thing to get a job. So it's like so varied in how you look at this. And the more you can look at it as there's enough room for everyone, my uniqueness is nowhere to be found, and therefore, like, why on earth do we do yet another rom-com, or why would there be another movie about drama? We have covered every single story about every single situation the songs have been made out of the same keys over and over and over again in various tempo, genre. Why bother to make another one? Because or why bother to write another book? Why bother to paint another painting, right? So it's like, why bother? There's heavy competition at the top. But if you look at it as, this is a creative, whatever you're looking to get into, whatever you're like thinking, should I really get into the market of that? Like, there's so much else out there in the same category or genre or like work that you're thinking about doing, or that you're literally right now doing. To just see it as there will never be, and there has never been another you walking this planet. I mean, that's mind-blowing to think about that, right? There will never be, and there has never been, another you walking this planet. So the unique setup of your frequency, that is like assigned specifically to you, for you, about you. That is all you are, and no one else has that specific frequency that you do. So nowhere in the universe, with your setup, with your frequency, right in this moment in time, has there ever been published a book or made a movie or written a song or a poem or starting a new business, like an online business, like whatever this is that you're thinking about creating, there's never been another like you with the extension of that which is you. So if there's a fun if there's like a friendly competition, if there's like a way of looking at it as like, you look at other people to get inspiration, or you look at other people to feel like, oh, I'm gonna beat those guys, or like I'm gonna if there's a thriving in the playful competition, then competition isn't wrong. But if you look at it from like should I even get into that business, or should I even get into that field at all, when there's so many other guys out there doing the same thing, then you're looking at it the wrong way. Because the planet needs you, I need you, we need you, like whatever you're thinking about putting out there. Like, and if it's not even, I mean, this is creative wonderment, and it is it's a happy child cruising on that tiger, right? Being so excited about what they're doing. So if this is not anything that has to do with career or work, or like a hobby that you're doing right now, or a talent that you have, anything like that, if this is just you sort of thinking, why be here? Why get up in the morning? What does it serve? What do you bring to the planet? Well, that's just it. Everything that I just said is what you bring to the planet. Your uniqueness is nowhere else to be found in any other universes, in any other galaxies. Like, this is it. It's important. You're important. So please be, to the fullest of your example, who you are. And so that we can, we're all in this together, obviously, but we can really benefit from one another. Like, I can really benefit from you putting your energy out there. You can benefit from me putting my energy out there. And like, you don't have to shout it from the rooftops. You can just walk around being a quiet Sagittarius, oozing your vibration, and that's actually quite enough. Okay? Interesting start here, I have to say. Okay, going deeper into this message. What do we have for Two of Autumn? Cheers. Maybe it's time. The World. Two in the World. Cheers, everyone. I feel... One or two more. I feel them. feel them. I feel like they're like buried a little bit deeper here. So let's see if that's a part of the message, that they're like a little bit like tucked in or hidden behind. I'm really interested in what they are. Like what is it that is tucked behind? Is it something that you're doing? Tucking yourself behind? Maybe hiding your talents a little bit? 3 of Summer. News worth celebrating. Announcements such as weddings, graduations, or births. Friends you cherish. Maybe someone's pregnant right now and you haven't really told anyone. Maybe you're getting married and you haven't told anyone. Maybe you're about to propose to someone and you haven't told anyone. You're going on a journey and you haven't told anyone. Or these are things, I'm going to show you the other cards as well. Or these are things that you want to do, like hidden, like something that's like a little bit tucked away in your, like, I wasn't going to say nervous system, but why not? Tucked away in your nervous system. Like, it's something that is a little bit like, if there's a talent there, you're not really showing that you have it, maybe not even to yourself. And then one more. It's 2 and then 21, the World card, which makes up to 3, and then we have 3. So 2, 21, and 3. And Eight of Autumn. Okay, these are a little bit more tucked away. So we're starting with 2 of Autumn. Bring fun into everything that you do. Juggling multiple priorities or jobs. An exceptional talent for multitasking. With this creative wonderment and competition, like this is all about your passion. Following, I mean, we have all these expressions. Follow your bliss, follow your gut, follow your passion, follow your highest excitement. This is a very like auspicious time. It's like a very fruitful, I mean, the month of May is probably like a springboard or like a starting off place, or like you might be launching something. I mean, I'm launching this conversation that I had my first ever guest. For whatever reason, it has just turned into be the month of May that's going to be launched. So maybe you don't even like think of it as like a launch date or a thing. It just naturally will be this is the month. You will look back and say, yeah, actually in May is the month where everything started, or where I saw the seed be put down in the soil, or something like that. But this is like, bring, whatever this is for you, if this is like starting up a business, if this is putting your talent out into the world, if you're thinking about whatever you're thinking about bringing to the world, if this is even going into a relationship, although it doesn't sort of lead me to talk about it in the relationship way, this can also be that, like, to not take things so seriously. Whether it's something you do, a hobby, a job, a relationship, like to not bring so much seriousness to it, but rather to bring fun into the situation, to bring lightheartedness, to bring anything that feels uplifting and inspiring, and like why we're even here. I watched this video this morning about of this baby, almost like a baby. It wasn't a baby, maybe like a 1.5, 2-year-old, and she was like having a spoonful of, I don't know, pie or ice cream or both, or like it was something yummy in a cup, and she just had a full spoon, and just even before the spoon touched her mouth, maybe that was like the 5th spoon, and the parents realized, you better get this on video, even before like touching the lips, like getting into the mouth and like closing her eyes and like do a little dance because it's so freaking yummy. When did you dance the last time you put something in your mouth? And I don't want to I don't want to go deeper into that expression. When did you do a little dance because you ate something that was like so pleasurable? Like did you even get to that moment where you just were dancing around? Like for lunch or for dinner or for, I mean, I can understand candy or things like that, but like really enjoying the moment. Or if you're like, you come out and then you see, like I'm sitting here in Sweden, and this is one of the first days. Like we had one of these days like the other day that is getting a little bit warmer outside. You don't have to actually wear a winter coat anymore, or, but it's borderline. And so you get outside and the sun is out. Like, do you stop and just bask in the sun, or like pause for a moment and just take everything in? That we're making things like there's a calendar and there's like I have to go from A to B and we have to finish this up and we have to do this before this. We have to. When is it like, when do you bring pleasure into everything? And it's like saying like you could really go the distance here with something that you're so passionate about, that is a talent of yours. With the World card, a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction. The World card usually just represents, so this is in this deck that this is speaking about, a brilliant success. I feel like a little bit of a chariot feel here. The freedom to go in any direction, and a journey that is now complete. So it would be more talking about a journey that is now complete, like you're putting something behind you. So whether that is like quitting a job, quitting a relationship, quitting an old behavior that now allows for you to move forward. It really is, if we can just focus here. It drives me nuts when it doesn't focus. Okay, somewhat. It's just, do you see around her legs? It's just heaps and heaps of fairies. Like the fairies are with you. I mean, the fairies for me speaks about nature, the connection to mother nature, to Mother Earth, the connection to the purity of what you put in your body. Going back to zero and like start over when it comes to diet, or when it comes to, okay, how do we want to do this business? How do we do, what do I think about this relationship? What do I want to bring forward with me now? This is an exciting time, and it's not like you just lost everything and you're just at the bottom of the bottom and everything goes to where. This is when we close down a chapter that you're so ready to close down. You're so ready to take the next step and move forward. And it's not even a success, it's a brilliant success. And then we have something being tucked in, like it's a little bit hidden. So we have Three of Summer, and usually I would just say, wow, there's and it is a celebration. It's something worth celebrating. There's something coming in that you've been waiting to hear, or like whether you've been waiting to hear about this invitation to someplace, about a pregnancy, yours or someone else's, about an announcement about like getting into some school, getting this job, even just celebrating that you sent the application somewhere. This can be about an engagement. It can be an invitation to a wedding, to a big birthday party. It's when you really get together with friends and family, and you just really celebrate the crap out of a situation. I'm sorry for the harsh words. It's just a really beautiful energy there, but it is tucked away. It's like something that either you've held this to yourself, or like it's been something that you've been wanting to do for some time, but either you haven't even brought it to your own attention too much, or you have brought it to your own attention, but you kept it to yourself. If this is like applying for a job, applying for a study, applying for a workshop, applying for like whatever, if this is you going on a dating website, it's like you're keeping it to yourself, like you're dating in secret. I don't think that's going to last too long though, because it's going to be reasons to celebrate, and you're going to want to share that with people. And 8 of Autumn is, I mean, it's talking about education in the form of seminars, going back to school, apprenticeship, excellent craftsmanship, long-term projects. Like, this is really talking about, like, in terms of study, in terms of starting things up, things you have been really good at. Like, this is what I'm feeling. This is like a talent of yours. It's a passion of yours. It maybe even feel like, no, I'm not too talented, but it's for sure a passion. Like, the more you practice, the better you're going to get. But I think already now you're probably really good at it. It's just that comparing to yourself, it's like maybe you were so much better before, you know, that you could get so much better. And so therefore you think like, the standard of this could be like so much higher. But if you just compare yourself to like one other person in the same arena or same passion, you're probably already a little bit ahead of your time. You just don't think of it that way because it's like it comes so natural to you. This is also a little bit hidden. It's like is there something like you've been keeping to yourself? Like, should I apply for that education? Should I apply for that scholarship or go back to school at the age of this? Like, do you share that with someone? Wanting to have a relationship, maybe really longing for a relationship, but you haven't really expressed it to too many people. It's just something that you keep to yourself. I feel like this is just something that's a little bit hidden. It sits a little bit deeper within yourself. Like, we had to dig a little bit to get this out. But it's 3. So 3 is creation and manifestation and celebration. And then 8, it's the power number. It's strength, it's power, it's as above, so below. It's endless possibilities. There's a lot of creativity swirling around here. Like, if any month to launch anything, if any month to go back into, like, to research something that you're so interested in, to broaden your spirituality, like to broaden your spiritual gifts, to, you know, you're closing down a chapter in your life and moving on to a completely new one. If there's a month of this year, a better month to really get creative, I don't think so. I think this is the month. I think that May is probably the most creative. Like, you can make the most creative stuff out of nothing if you want to, because that's the power that we have. But to surf on the already sort of up and running wave, I'd say jump on board in the month of May. Okay? And then we get some final messages from your fairies. What do we have for beautiful Sagittarius, please, for the month of May? Okay. Laughter. Create music. Peace and quiet. And nature's magic. And I mean, it's so fitting. If we're starting with laughter, it's like we have this, like, bring fun into every situation, bring lightheartedness, whatever you can do to just, like, not take life so seriously, but rather, like, just be in the yumminess of the pie and the ice cream. And I make it a habit every morning after, like, a quiet time to myself, tuning into, like, the deepest of myself, like, to then, like, the first thing that sort of that I meet in the outer world is just these videos. And we are little groups. It's, like, really easy to get those fun videos because I get them sent to me. And I don't even, like, and then you're, like, on a good train because, you know, once you see a movie, then the next one is, like, it's the same genre, you know. And so Starting with those little babies eating ice cream and pie, or I saw this other little kid who was probably, I don't know, 1.5 years or something, mind-blowingly young, who already had a developed language and was laughing so hard at his dad. I don't know if you saw that one. He was laughing so hard at his dad that was speaking in a different, I think it was more like Irish or something. And the way that he pronounced things, that little baby, he laughed his ass off. And he copied him because it sounded so funny how his dad said it. You know, I'm laying in bed and I'm watching these videos and I'm crying my eyes out because it's so funny. And it's something, I haven't done that for like ever in my life. That's quite recent that I've started to do that in the morning. That is the first thing that I'm meeting in the day. And the rest of the day is just, you're set up with a completely different energy. Obviously, you have to make room for that in the morning. You can't snooze and be almost not making it to work or almost not, you have to make room for it. And if that means going to bed earlier prior, try it out. It's my little inspiration to you. Okay, bring fun into situations. Laughter, laugh more. And if you don't feel like you have anything to laugh about, go on YouTube and find babies eating ice cream and pie. You might not be laughing your ass off, but it puts like a warmth around your heart. They're so darn cute. You can't watch that and not feel good. And then we had making music, which is so much about this. Like, this is your talent. Bring that old harp out and just start playing. We have a big grand piano there, and then we have a harp. And obviously, maybe not every single Sagittarius will be drawn to the harp, but maybe there's a guitar that you're longing to play, or a violin, or a, I don't know, harmonica, or like whatever, singing. And this doesn't have to be just making music. It can be listening to music. It can be humming. It can be singing just all to yourself, listening to people sing. But it can also be about like gardening, or painting, or sculpturing, or anything that brings that magic into your life, that where you get to create, where you don't have to pay big money, where it might not be a business. It's just something that you do to lift your spirit. And then you need that moment to yourself. And I love this because it's like plays on the nature's magic. So we had the world card, and I said, like, you have so many fairies, like all of these on this side and all of these on that side. You might not see them, but they're like gazillion fairies that I said they're so closely linked to nature, to Mother Nature, Mother Earth. And then we get peace and quiet, and you're sitting in the creek. You're sitting in the garden of the mother with a waterfall. I mean, I understand not every single person has this view. I sure don't. But I have trees and I have water quite close by, where you can just go listen to the water, listen to the fairies of the nature. And then we have nature's, and this is lugn och ro, if you wonder. This is lugn och ro, which is, lugn is calm, and it's calm and calm, basically, like calm and calm, but peace and quiet, peace and calm. You need that moment to yourself as well. And then nature's magic, naturens magi. Nature's magic. To get out there in nature and just be with nature. I think that's what we had. Okay. We're on a good path. Something new is starting in the month of May. It looks really good. Make sure to bring lightness and fun and magic into your life. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked the video, and please continue to subscribe. It really has started to kick the channel in the right direction here. So thank you so much for that. I'll see you guys.